The Golden Globes are finished, and I don't really have a ton to. I don't have a ton of opinions on the Golden Globes, really. I don't really care too much about what they have to say, but they are interesting Oscar precursors. So I don't have any script planned or anything. I'm just gonna go through the winners and kind of just talk about kind of the big winners and losers of the night and kind of what this means for the Oscars, I'd say. So I just have the list pulled up right here. First of all, I'm not a TV guy. I barely watched TV this year. Shout out to Shogun. Easily the best thing I've watched in many years. I'm just glad it swept in its categories. Shogun's great. Watch Shogun. So best original song went to El Mal for Emilia Perez. I don't even know which one this is in Emilia Perez. I think it's the one where Zoe Saldana's dancing on the tables and stuff at the show. We'll talk more about Emilia Perez, but unfortunately it beat Compress Repress from Challengers, which is a real bummer. Things are not looking good for Challengers at all. But it's a real bummer that we couldn't even give something to Challengers. Maybe the Oscars will do a little bit better. Because best score went to Challengers, which is pretty surprising. Reznor and Ross win yet another award. Good list of nominees here. Unfortunately, Hans Zimmer's not going to get the Oscar nomination. Not eligible. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this list of nominees. I'm happy that Reznor and Ross get a Golden Globe win here. I hope we see it again at the Oscars for sure. Screenplay is a weird one. Conclave. The only award that it won is in screenplay. Now, notably, the Globes do not do an adapted and an original. They just do screenplay. All screenplays. Emilia Perez, Anora, The Brutalist, Real Pain, The Substance, and Conclave were the nominees. Really good list of nominees, again, outside of Emilia Perez. I cannot believe that Emilia Perez is this juggernaut heavyweight. I have yet to see one review that is glowing about it. Every single review I've seen is on the line of, this is a weird movie that's like fine, or this is a dehumanizing, like offensive piece of garbage. There's no praise for this movie, so I don't know where it's coming from. Obviously, voting bodies it's coming from, but the Globes love it, I guess. Emilia Perez is the big winner overall from the Globes, but sorry, Conclave. Conclave's fun. I'm fine with it taking a screenplay win. I guess it's still competing in Best Picture for the Oscars, which, again, I think Conclave is fine. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's actually pretty good. Do I think it's like this big Oscar contender? No, not at all. It's kind of a bummer. Some of my favorite movies from this year are not at the level of contention that I wish they would be. But so be it. Best Director, Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. It's a movie I haven't seen yet. It's not out in theaters near me, so I can't really comment on it. I know it's 3.5 hours with intermission, and it's this big American epic, yada, yada, yada. I'm excited to see it. The nominees are pretty good, outside of Emilia Perez. I also have not seen All We Imagine as Light from Payal Kapadia. It's just not available to me, but I am one thing that I will touch on a little bit later. I'm happy that The Substance is getting all these nominations. I don't know if that's going to bode well Oscar-wise, but the fact that it's being recognized, I'm very happy about. Best Supporting Actor, Kieran Culkin. I mean, he's the lock for the Oscar. It is highly, highly annoying. Kieran Culkin is not a supporting performance in this movie. He just isn't. He's clearly the co-lead with Jesse Eisenberg. They're in the same amount of scenes minus like 1 or 2, which is like the intro and the conclusion scene where we just start with Eisenberg's character. But we are with Culkin the whole movie. So it's just blatant category fraud that he's going to win this. He's the second lead. So I guess that means he gets to run in supporting and just like steal an Oscar. Good. Again, pretty good list of nominations here. Yura Borisov in particular for Anora. I'm happy that he is getting the award buzz. I hope he gets an Oscar nom as well. Edward Norton, Complete Unknown. I'm not an Edward Norton guy, but yeah, he was pretty good. Still haven't seen The Brutalist. I actually still have not seen The Apprentice. Jeremy Strong, I'm sure he's good in it. And Denzel's having a blast in Gladiator 2, so I'm glad he's recognized. I'd be very shocked if Denzel does not get an Oscar nomination. Zoe Saldana wins for Best Performance by an actress in a supporting role. And again, I do not care about Emilia Perez. I don't think it's good. I'm very shocked that Ariana Grande did not win for Wicked. Like, Wicked and Ariana Grande's performance and Ariana Grande herself, like, she is the Golden Globes. And for them to once again favor Emilia Perez is troubling, I will say, because it's not a good movie. It just isn't. I don't know what to tell you. Glad Margaret Qualley got a nom for The Substance. The Substance, one of my favorite movies of the year. Best performance by an actor for musical or comedy. What a great surprise. Sebastian Stan gets it for A Different Man. I loved A Different Man, and I love Sebastian Stan and A Different Man. This was the surprise of the night. I think this could have gone a couple different ways. I think Jesse Eisenberg was kind of leaning in there. I love that Hugh Grant got a nomination. Even Plemons getting For Kinds of Kindness, which was a movie I only liked, didn't love. Very happy that we got a win for Sebastian Stan right here. He's clearly, again, I already talked about this in my review of this movie, but it's an awesome movie, and he is clearly doing the most interesting things right now with his like MCU clout. So good for Sebastian Stan. What a great surprise win. I'm thrilled about it. Another surprise win, Best Lead Actress, Musical or Comedy, Demi Moore for The Substance. She is competing for this Oscar, and I am here for it. It's one of my favorite performances that I've seen all year in general, all across all the categories. She's awesome in this movie. She absolutely deserves it. I think the narrative will push her over to the finish line, and she will probably win the Oscar. And you know what? That's fine with me. Great nominees all around too. Zendaya got it for Challengers. Mikey Madison for Nora, who she's probably playing second fiddle now for the Oscar race. I wouldn't be either one. That's the biggest toss-up for me probably now is Demi Moore or Mikey Madison. I'd be happy with either one of them winning. Just please stop giving Emilia Perez awards. I'm begging you. It's not a good movie, I don't think. Best performance by an actor, lead actor, I should say. Adrian Brody. This one surprised me because, I mean, Chalamet is right there for the taking. Again, I haven't seen The Brutalist. I can't comment on it. I love Adrian Brody, though, so I'm happy with him winning. I'm very shocked that Chalamet didn't win this. He could win the Oscar one, which is a much more Oscar-y performance. It's a biopic of a musical person, and he's quite good as Bob Dylan. But I'll take it. I'm happy for Adrian Brody. And the nominees are okay. You know, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. Love that performance. Love it. I hope he gets nominated for an Oscar. Ralph Fiennes, Conclave, whatever. He's doing his Ralph Fiennes thing, I think. And Daniel Craig for Queer, which I just kind of think is a weird movie and a weird performance. And I don't really know if it deserves the kind of the laudits that it's getting. Best actress or best performance by an actress in a drama. Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. I haven't seen it. One of the few movies I haven't seen. This category is probably the one I'm the most blind in right now. I haven't seen The Last Showgirl, so I can't comment on Pamela Anderson. I have seen Maria. Did not enjoy it. Haven't seen Baby Girl. I apologize, Nicole Kidman. I'm sure you're wonderful. Haven't seen The Room Next Door. Haven't seen I'm Still Here. And haven't seen Lee. So, I don't know, Kate Winslet. You're Kate Winslet. I'm sure you're wonderful in it. I don't think any of these women outside of maybe Kidman are going to get an Oscar nomination, though. Maybe Fernanda Torres now, but like this one feels like it's going to have almost zero overlap to the Oscars, I'd say. Emilia Perez won Best Non-English Language Movie. Oh my God. I don't have an Emilia Perez review up on this channel, but if I did, it would just be like, what the heck did I witness? Like, this is very weird. Wicked won the box office award, which not a real award. I don't care about it. What's the criteria here? Why are these movies? Didn't Gladiator 2 like underperform compared to what we thought? Twisters made $0 overseas, basically. So like, what's up with that? The Wild Robot kind of didn't make as much as I thought it was going to make. So I don't know. What about like The Substance made like way more than people thought it would? Like The Brutalist is gonna kill at the box office compared to its budget and marketing. So I don't know. What is this award? It's just to get famous people there. Whatever. Flow won best animated movie. I love Flow. Flow was great. Better than Inside Out 2. And is it better than The Wild Robot? No, I don't think so. I wish The Wild Robot would have won here. I think it's a beautiful movie, but Flow is awesome and a great time. I also saw now Wallace and Gromit. Not my favorite Wallace and Gromit, but it's still pretty good. I think it's a solid down the middle movie. It's on Netflix right now if you want to watch it, which is a bummer, which you could see in a theater. But happy for Flow, a Latvian, I think, movie with no dialogue about a cat, which is just wonderful stuff. Best Picture, musical or comedy, Emilia Perez. No, stop it. Academy, don't do it. It's so weird. No, who likes this movie? I don't know anyone. Even the reviews of it, the public spaces out there, like nobody's championing Emilia Perez outside of voting bodies that don't exist. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Stop it. Best Motion Picture, The Brutalist. Big win for The Brutalist here. This is where things could have gone. This has enlightened me a little bit that I think The Brutalist is probably the Best Picture frontrunner, with, I guess, Emilia Perez is like number 2 or 3 behind, like, let's see, I'd say probably The Brutalist is leading the pack right now. Then I will go, then I'll go Anora, which I think has been the front runner, if you can say we have a front runner this year. I'd say Anora was the front runner for a while, so I'll put it at 2. Then I'll go Emilia Perez at 3, and I'll go Wicked at 4, and that is a bummer. And maybe like Nickel Boys or Conclave at 5. It's tough to say. I don't know for sure. It's a fun year when there's no real front runner for Best Picture at the Oscars, and a lot of the acting ones are still up in the air. Outside of Kieran Culkin, there's arguments to be made for 2 or 3 different actors in each category, which is very exciting, including like for screenplays. The screenplay nominations are pretty up in the air right now, which is exciting. What is not up in the air is that Emilia Perez is going to dominate. And if Kieran Culkin is solidified, it seems like Zoe Saldana is the second most solidified. And that sucks because I love Zoe Saldana, and I think she's actually pretty good in Emilia Perez. I guess she's the best performance, but like, it's just a weird movie, and I don't, it's just not for me. It's clearly not for the general public because the general public doesn't like this movie. They think it's like weird at best and offensive at worst. So don't know what to do with that information. I guess we will see and see how other awards fall in the coming months here. I will be doing some type of Oscar preview, I hope, on this channel. And of course, I'll be doing the 2025 Koval Awards, where I will give away my 5 nominations and winner, according to me, the voting body of 1 over here. So stay tuned for that. This was a very unscripted. I'm not even editing this video. I'm just throwing it up there on the channel. So enjoy whatever commentary I gave. It seems like the main focus here's my list of winners. The Brutalist is a winner for sure. Emilia Perez, big winner, unfortunately. Adrian Brody, big winner. The Substance, I would call a winner. The Losers, I would give Conclave a loss, despite the fact that it won a screenplay award. I'd still call it a loss because in lead actor and picture it lost, where people thought it could win. So I'll give Conclave an L. I will give Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson an L because he got big manned by Vin Diesel. What is Vin Diesel doing presenting an award? Didn't he get like Me Too'd? Like, I'm pretty sure allegations came out about him. So like, what's he doing there? Do we need Vin Diesel there? He was weird in general, but yeah, that's big L for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Anytime I can give him a loss, I'm just gonna do it. Big loss for me because I have to deal with Emilia Perez nonsense. Dune Part 2, empty-handed, but not good. I just don't know why Dune Part 2 isn't competing for Best Picture this year. I understand it's a Part 2 of 3, but it also isn't because Dune Part 2 can exist on its own as like the end of the kind of the Paul Atreides story. Like, Dune Messiah is going to be so different and so its own thing that it's barely a sequel relative to like how part 2 is a sequel to part 1. That's a real bummer to me that like Wicked is only half a movie. Literally a 2 hour and 40-minute half movie, and it's competing in Best Picture. But like, why can't Dune do the same thing? I don't know. Everyone loved Dune. Like, there's no, whatever. Yeah. So Dune rounds out my list of losers, and that's my off the dome winners and losers list. I hope you enjoyed this very intense breakdown of the Golden Globes, and I will see you guys in the next movie review. Goodbye.